Hi, I'm Sandy, and I'm in the kitchen with Pampered Chef. I'm going to show you how to make wholesome, homemade snacks that you and your family will feel good about eating. Having nutritious snacks for my family is important to me and to so many other busy parents. That's why I'll show you homemade snacks using shared ingredients for those moments when you're on the go more than you're not. The most satisfying snacks are the ones with the biggest crunch. Nothing says crunchy like chips, but you don't have to deep fry chips in order to keep them crunchy. Making homemade chips is simple and so worth it. Let's get started. I have some tips when it comes to making homemade chips. And the first one is to make sure you cut your potatoes super thinly. The Simple Slicer does a great job. This tool also works great because it makes sure your potato slices are cut evenly and uniformly, which will make them bake up crispy. The next step is to coat them with oil, but not too much. You just want to have them glistening. This is going to give them flavor and also help them brown and crisp up nicely. And then just a little bit of salt for seasoning. Use the V-shaped baking pan. I love this pan because it helps you get more surface area for your potatoes versus just a sheet pan. For potatoes, you want to bake them at 425 for about 18 to 22 minutes, but always make sure you check your chips after 10 minutes because ovens can vary in their temperatures. Sometimes potatoes get a bad rap, but I love them. They're actually one of the most concentrated sources of potassium, which helps keep your heart healthy. So now I have my completed chips, my potato chips, and apple chips. You know, I love these because they're great for on the go or just anytime you want to crunch. Check out our other chip recipes. We have some for kale chips and even sweet potato chips. And check out this crunch. Ooh. I love granola. The oats in granola have fiber and iron, while the nuts and seeds have heart-healthy fats and protein. But along with these benefits, granola can be really high in calories. That's why it's best to make it yourself. Stovetop granola is the easiest and fastest way to make granola. So I'm just preheating a 12-inch skillet over medium heat, and I'm going to go ahead and toast my oats, pecans, and some coconut. This is only going to take about 5 minutes. And you're going to see the oats and the nuts starting to brown, and it's going to really start to smell good. Traditional ways of making granola include making it in the oven, which could take up to 45 minutes. This is so much faster and easier too. Granola is great because you can eat it on the go, you can make parfaits or even trail mix with it. I actually love granola over Greek yogurt with some blueberries and some cinnamon. I have yet to find store-bought granola that tastes this good. And I'm going to add my honey, brown sugar, and cinnamon. This step happens pretty fast. You're just getting everything to melt together because it's going to be the glue that holds your granola together. It's smelling really good, almost there. Just going to add the oats and nuts back in. Stir this all together and cook it for about 1 more minute. I also like this recipe because you can really customize it. You can add the nuts you like, the dried fruit. Today I chose pecans and dried cherries. These also go well in the other recipes that I'm making. Okay, this is looking good. I'm going to turn off the heat. Just add my dried cherries. You want to turn off the heat before you add them so they don't get too sticky with that heat. Stir these in. It'll take about 10 minutes to get crispy, and then we'll break it up into pieces. Many people don't realize that popcorn is a whole grain, low in calories, a source of dietary fiber, and has no hidden ingredients. The trick is to make sure you have air pop popcorn, where the only ingredients are just popcorn kernels and a little bit of oil or butter. I'm going to make popcorn trail mix today using some of the leftover ingredients from the granola. So I just popped my popcorn in my microwave popcorn maker. I'm going to transfer some of it to a large bowl and just save the rest for my movie night later. That looks good. Then I have some honey, some butter, and cinnamon that I microwaved until bubbly. This is gonna help be the binder for my other ingredients. Then I have some leftover pecans, leftover dried cherries, and again, you can pick whatever nuts or dried fruit your family likes. So here I just have some cashews and almonds. And there you go. The one thing that I've learned about kids snacking is that if you put fruit in front of them that's already prepared, they're much more likely to eat it. I prepped all this fruit in about 5 minutes, and it looks so appetizing here in the Cool and Serve. It'll last about 3 to 4 days in the fridge. A good key is to select fruits that take minimal preparation, like strawberries or grapes. Now, if your kids aren't fond of just plain fruit, you can try this Greek yogurt dip. This dip goes really nicely with fruit or maybe even some pita chips or graham crackers. I have a cup of just plain Greek yogurt, 2 tablespoons of honey, and a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, which again were ingredients that I used in the granola and the trail mix too. Just give this a quick stir. I love how this dip just adds a little bit of extra protein too with your fruit snack to help your kids stay full. So my granola is ready. I'm just breaking it up. It's super crispy. Now I'm just going to use a little bit for my next recipe, and then I'll store the rest. Now I love this next snack because it can be served any time of day, even breakfast or dessert. Plus it only has 4 ingredients and no added sugar. I'm going to make our strawberry frozen yogurt bars. I have some Greek yogurt, which I used in my other recipes, strawberries, which I also used with the Cool and Serve, my leftover granola. You just put your strawberries in the manual food processor, add my Greek yogurt, and the honey. Give this a stir. Just going to use a scoop to transfer them to our snack bar maker. Now I love this snack bar maker because you can store your bars right in the freezer, in the snack bar maker, and pop them out when you're on the go or just ready for a cold treat. Now I'm just going to sprinkle them with my homemade granola. This just adds a little bit of crunch. You could leave them plain if you wanted to, but I like how it adds extra sweetness and crunch. Okay, so now I'm going to just put it in the freezer for a couple hours. So we made a variety of snacks to keep your family well fed and well nourished in between meals. Try these snacks for your family or even at your next party. Drop us a comment below to tell us which snacks you're excited to try. Thanks for watching.